And then under priorities, once again, this might look familiar. It was in our last webinar. One thing has changed on there, that Education Committee priority bill. But if you click again on the top here where it says priorities, that'll take you to the page where all of the senator and committee and speaker priorities are listed. LB 640 we just went through quickly. LB 44 is another bill we're monitoring for new revenue, the internet sales tax. Obviously that is still a priority for us, along with LB 312 and 313, Senator Breezy's bills to expand the sales tax base or increase the rate. LB 409 is an interesting bill. Right now, it's not interesting. It technically has to be done if the state is to pass the budget, because in the proposed budget, there is cuts to the state aid formula. And what has to happen in LB 409 is changes within the formula, within the state aid statute, to match that statute up with the budget. Right now, Senator Moorfeld on the Education Committee is holding LB 409 sort of up, holding it hostage, whatever the term you want to use is, pending what happens on LB 640. Like I said, the education community doesn't like LB 640 as written. We're not necessarily in love with 640 as written. We like the mechanism in there. We think it can be made a lot better. So we're just trying to navigate that discussion right now and help kind of everyone win in this scenario. But just so you know, that bill is kind of directly tied. It cuts state aid. So obviously that's an education priority to hold that up as long as they can to kind of get the best deal they can. And then 337 and 338 we went through as well. And we'll leave time here at the end for questions. I know Bruce might want to fill in here at the end. But, you know, like I said, that the 337 and 338 pieces of this equation, while we don't oppose income tax relief, the reality is, you know, and we've heard it from senators, we've heard it from other stakeholders, no one is talking about income taxes in Nebraska. The tightening of the brackets, some of the things that Senator Smith is talking about doing will actually pull low-income individuals up into a higher tax bracket, meaning that part of the cost of that income tax relief bill is extending the EITC, the Earned Income Tax Credit, because they need something to offset this increase in taxes to low-income earners. If we want to, like I said, I guess we can just kind of keep going and get through this and open it up for questions. LB 338 was amended into that revenue package 436, and they're also talking about lowering the ag land valuation. There originally, as written, LB 338 took basically mandated that a capitalization rate under this income-based approach was worked out so that ag land was still valued between 60 and 75% of market value. An amendment to that could be, and when it comes out of committee, that ag land is valued between 50 and 65% of market value. That savings would be, I think, Jay Rempe is running some estimates, and we think, you know, I know the fiscal office has suggested that would be maybe a $12 million reduction over a number of years for ag land, a $12 million reduction in valuation or taxes paid. That's out of quite a lot of valuation, or I'm sorry, it's a 12% reduction in valuation out of the $1 billion in property taxes paid by agriculture. It's a 12% reduction to go from 50 to 65%. Over 10 years in this package, the savings, or I guess what we would need in the aid formula in TIOSA over 10 years would amount to about $39 million based on this projection. So that's where we get that number. So in this full package, LB 461, if it costs $439 million, there's going to be an estimated $39 million needed over 10 years. 10 years out, we'll need $39 million in the state aid formula for education, and that is our estimate